coming in. It's October 1806, and Jefferson has commissioned the course of discovery and named U.S. Army Captain Mary Lewis its leaders, who has selected William Clark to help him. April 30th, 1803, and the United States had signed the Louisiana Purchase Treaty. We purchased 827,000 square miles of land west of the Mississippi River from the French for only $15 million. Jefferson would send Lewis and Clark to explore the land.
On April 30th, 1803, it was 50 degrees. The wind would be northwest at about 4 p.m. It would be about 58 degrees, and the winds would be southeast.
This is another day following an injury sustained in a finals match. He will be retiring from boxing.
Thomas Howard makes his debut in first class cricket, England. Most runs. Lord Frederick Buccleuch, which he has also the most horse racing. In England, the Derby has went ditto. And that concludes sports.
Lewis has demonstrated remarkable skills and potential as a frontiersman. The Lewis and Clark expedition from May 1804 to September 1806, also known as the Course of Discovery Expedition, was the first American expedition to cross what is now the western portion of the United States. The expedition started from St. Louis, where the Missouri emptied into the Mississippi. On May 14, 1804, along the way, Clark oversaw the men and carefully mapped the route. Lewis made scientific observations and collected specimens of animals and plants. The trip was they lived outdoors, hunted for food, and rowed a rowboat along the main swallow branch of the river, often towing the boat from shore when the current got too heavy or the river got too difficult to navigate. They fended off huge clouds of mosquitoes that were soaring around them. The party only made 12 or 14 miles on a good day. Along the way, the group made contact with Indian inhabitants on the land. During the first season of travel, they contacted with the Missouris, the Omahas, the Yankton Sioux, and the Teton Sioux, Lakita, and the Arkansas. The captain would offer their gifts, meet with the chiefs, and make speeches, encouraging the Indian nation to praise the Great Father, which is President Jefferson. All were friendly except the Lakota, with whom the expedition had confrontation with nearly became violent. By October, the Course of Discovery had reached what is now North Dakota, but they were obviously nowhere near the Missouri. He's interviewing Christopher, and we're going to ask him how he thinks Lewis and Clark treated the Indians. How do you think the Indians were treated?
I feel like the Indians were treated.
During the winter, Lewis and Clark hired Toussaint Charbonneau, a French fur trader, and his wife, a Shoshone woman named Sacagawea. They realized that Sacagawea could help them by acting as an interpreter with her people who lived near Missouri headwaters. In the spring, the captain sent rowboats back down the river with several items and a few men for Mr. Jefferson. What they included was an interim report of the expedition, Indian items, soil samples, minerals, plants, and birds, and even a prairie dog, which many people in the East had not seen. Most of the expedition then continued on upriver by canoe. They were accompanied by Sacagawea, her husband, and Sacagawea's newborn baby, John Baptiste. The group spent several months making their way up the river into Missouri Territory, a territory that at this point was unknown to many white men. They encountered a great profusion of wildlife, including buffalo, wolves, sheep, bighorn sheep, and even grizzly bears. They made their way into what is now present-day Montana and found that the river was becoming more impassable with very fierce rapids and waterfalls. When they finally reached the area of Missouri headwaters, they sought out the Shoshone, and lo and behold, who was in charge? Sacagawea's brother. He was the chief of the village. So with Sacagawea's help, the party was able to get all the horses that they would need to make it across the mountainous regions.
Breaking news coming in. It is October 1806, and Jefferson has commissioned a course of discovery named U.S. Army Captain Meriwether Lewis is Ma!
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, stop playing.
Hey,
Sit down, boo.
Babe, come
You want to
on.
hear it too?
I want to go in the bedroom and talk to
Let me
you.
hear
Come
it.
on.
You want to hear
Come
it
on.
too?
I don't want to hear it. I
Okay,
want to
I
come.
promise. I ain't telling
I
you
want you to come on. You heard my arm.
Ain't no telling one.
You heard my
I'm gonna
arm.
let you
Come
go.
on. Come on.
Okay, one more time.
Angel, your father. Hit the
Okay,
other
one more
side.
time. What I do, dog?